for whatever reason, grab this. I don't know, but it's cool. So we gonna figure something out on the technical side, and we not gonna continue to have these issues. Granted, this is episode 3, so we still in the early stages. Josh Allen scored again, bro. Rushing touchdown. That's crazy. That's crazy. What we got going on, B? Unable to. What? Come on. Come on. Are we? Can you hear me? We we got visual. We got audio. We good for sure. Hey, since we now locked in, ladies and gentlemen, after the technical difficulties, welcome back to another episode of Go Rise Talk, where we create a community of unstoppable achievers. I'm your host, Cam, aka Grover Co. And at the bottom of my screen, that's Cuzzo. He go by B, but I like to call him Yoda B, cause he y'all go Yoda B is gonna stick, Cuzzo. It's gonna stick, bruh. It's gonna stick when the people start seeing these videos, these clips, and you dropping what you finna drop. Yoda B is gonna stick. Oh, here we go. I'm gonna sip my drink on that.
Rap real
Mm,
quick.
mm,
Yeah,
mm.
unbelievable.
You know what? Before we're gonna do a little segue before
Walked in
we
the Lions Den. We got it done. So I gotta say, man.
hey
So I gotta-
and I was gonna go ahead and I was gonna give you your little piece because you are a Redskins fan. We don't support the Commanders. We Redskins all day long. I'm I'm a Cowboys fan, but Redskins is Redskins. Commanders, what is that? What is that? But Jaden Daniels is special. That's all I'm gonna say. And I ain't gonna get too heavy on that. The young man is special because what I saw yesterday made me question my own quarterback.
What you mean, question on purpose?
Okay. So, well, it's two parts to this. So you got coaching, and then you have what's on the field. So I'll backtrack. So you got the X's and O's, and you got what we like to say execution. That's our main thing. We got to get a shirt made. Execution sidebar. But yeah, you got the X's and O's, and you got the execution. So Dan Quinn was on our staff last year, and defense played very well. And now he's in a head coaching position with a rookie quarterback, and y'all are going to the NFC Championship. I mean, Dak has been in the league how many years? how, how many years?
Years.
And
33 years.
and then once again, you got the X's and O's, and then you got the execution on the field. So I'm trying to figure out where's the true disconnect. Cause it's like Dan Quinn, and granted he had his stint in Atlanta. Atlanta's Atlanta. But this man took over a revamped team with a defensive mindset, a rookie quarterback, and y'all going to the NFC Championship. Make it make sense. You know, I'm not taking nothing away from
Okay,
the Redskins. And
um, we don't have Dan Snyder in office.
mm, so we got to off Jerry Jones. We got to get rid of Jerry.
Common denominator.
Ooh, that's
Okay,
spicy. That's
last time y'all won,
spicy.
who was y'all coach?
So when nah, I lost you on the audio. Say that again.
I said the last time y'all won the Super Bowl, who was coaching? Barry Switzer, and before that was Larry Johnson, right?
Yeah.
So then he ran them both up out of there, if I'm not
Yeah,
mistaken,
they
right?
they yeah
They
they
all
got
went
their chips
there.
and chips and dip. They got their chips and dip.
That's all I gotta say, man. You know,
But we'll say that for later. Especially if y'all actually make it to the Super Bowl, we'll do a Super Bowl segment on that. We'll definitely do a Super Bowl
we're
segment.
gonna party.
Oh
Are we gonna?
yeah. And one more piece. That's crazy how the NFC Championship is two NFC East teams. Come on, man. Cowboys, what are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing, man? What are we doing?
Yeah.
But anywho, all right, we gonna tap in. Um, we got some good stuff for y'all today, man. As you know, I'm be talking money, but Cuzzo got some real heat for y'all. But I'm gonna go ahead and do what I do. So today we not just talking strategy, we live in it. As investors staring in Albert's aggressive portfolio, we're about to dive into a real critical discussion. Anytime we talking money is critical anyway. So we're gonna talk about time in the market versus timing the market. And of course, we're gonna spotlight the ticker symbol VOO. It's a cornerstone of our portfolio on Albert's aggressive portfolio that they have already set up for you. So no thinking involved. You just jump into it. So what we're gonna do? We're gonna dive in and we're gonna navigate these waters together. So Cuzzo, you talk about a lot about alignment because you didn't instill alignment into me and things just been adding up. So when I got up this morning, of course, you scroll on the gram, and this piece is also um on our story. So y'all go check the story out because I think it's still up. It was a quote that said, "You can't give your life more time, so give the time you have left more life." And I was like, I gotta add that in the pod today because that ties into what we talking about because we talking about time today. So as an investor in Albert's aggressive portfolio, we seeking substantial returns. We in this to make money. That's what it's long term bread, generational wealth. We creating wealth, right? But how do we maximize those returns? So today we're going to explore the concepts, like I said, time in the market versus timing the market. Our strategy is all about holding our positions and allowing our investments to grow over the course of time. So, data shows that sticking with our investments often outperforms trying to pinpoint the perfect time to buy or sell, like trading. So, I just said that before. This ain't trading. We're gonna get into the trading piece down the line. But right now, we're talking investment. We're talking long-term wealth creation. So together, we're going to embrace this mantra of time in the market versus timing the market. Now, key benefit: compound interest. compound interest. So, as an investor, you have to understand the magic of compound interest. It's like watching your investment snowball into something substantial. So, Albert Einstein called compound interest the eighth wonder of the world. And as we witness our portfolio grow, we're going to see why he called it the eighth wonder of the world. Our patience is our superpower as we navigate these market fluctuations. Y'all gonna have to hold steady. It's gonna be some days you look at the portfolio and be like, man, Cam, what we doing? Hey, stay with me. Stay with me. we, and when it go up, you gonna be like, he the man. He the man. Just be patient. Patience is our superpower. Remember that. Now, let's dive into the actual portfolio, and we're gonna shift our attention to ticker symbol VOO, the Vanguard 500 Index Fund ETF. I know that was a mouthful, but stay with me. So that is the anchor in Albert's aggressive portfolio. Now, if you don't know what I mean by Albert's aggressive portfolio, I'm gonna explain at the end of my segment so you can go ahead and tap into that. But by investing into VOO, we're not just betting on individual companies, we're betting on America's economy. VOO gives us a slice of the top United States companies, which is a testament to our strategic approach. So, VOO aligns perfectly with our time in the market versus timing the market. So the S&P 500 has historically, I say historically, with the emphasis, delivered solid returns. So by holding VOO, we're positioned to benefit from the US market's long-term growth, reducing risk with diversification with all these 500 companies. Now, here's another piece that doesn't really get talked about. So, with the S&P 500, there's a certain criteria that requires you, or there's a certain criteria that you have to meet in order to be in those top 500 companies. So, it's not like, it's just some bullshit ass companies. No, you got to meet a certain criteria. You got to have a certain type of capital in order to be in those top 500 because the market is catering to the investors. So if the investors ain't getting their money, the investors aren't happy and the market don't do what it do. So they're actively shifting around these 500 companies. So you are well diverse across the board when it comes to your investment. So you're not solely betting on a Meta, you're not solely betting on an Apple, you're not solely betting on a Tesla or an Nvidia and things or those type of companies. You got all of them, all in one. So it's a one stop shop. So now while we're aware of the market risks, as I talked before about the fluctuations, stay with me. VOO's diversified nature, that's what allows a safety net, making it an integral a part of our aggressive yet calculated approach. So I know all of that was a mouthful, I'm sure. Run the tape back if you need to, or you can always DM us, hit the DMs to ask questions. But I want to reinforce our philosophy on this matter. Time in the market versus timing the market. Now, you gonna have to stay with me. We gonna give market updates and we gonna keep you posted. I said we're gonna stay focused on riding this long-term trend and letting the investment mature. VOO is a core part of our strategy. It's the I think it's 55% of the actual portfolio on Albert's aggressive portfolio. I think it's about 55%. So it's more than half. So it's gonna tilt a little bit when these companies sway, but it's cool. Like I said, patience is our superpower. Now, for those of you who are viewing Garage Talk for the first time, first off, welcome. Welcome, 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 as they say in the Christian church. We, you know, what I'm saying, we appreciate you for joining us, and we hope that that you stick around with us because we got a lot more to come, man. A lot more to come. Um, B, it was I met a guy via social media because you know we blowing up on the low, so folks trying to see what we doing, and so dude hit the DMs asking questions, whatnot. You know, I told him we run the podcast, and he said he gave me a statistic. He said 95% of podcasters don't make it past episode 21. I said, wow. I said we already in the 5% because we got a whole lot of stuff to talk about. I said we gonna surpass 21, man. But I appreciate that information. But I talked about in the previous episode, talked about I introduced y'all to Albert. So Albert is our financial resource that if you don't have it, you need to have it. I will drop a link below once I post this on our YouTube as well as up here too. And that is where you will find the aggressive portfolio. So Albert is a great financial app across the board. It's got budgeting, credit score, of course, the investment piece that we're talking about. And when you go into the investment piece, it'll show you three different types of portfolios, but the one that we're focused on is the aggressive. Like I said before, Trump is in office. This is our time. I don't care what color you are. This is the time for you to make money. We made money last time. And like I said, I made money on accident last time
Yeah,
when
that was
Trump was in office.
that was crazy.
Now we making money on purpose. You know what I'm saying? We making money on purpose. So if y'all got any questions, of course, hit the DMs. Um, hit any of my other pages. I got Cofield Investments because I'm about to get hot and heavy with the trading. So I've been slacking. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I've been slacking on the trading, but my focus has been this. Cuzzo and I, we've been locked in on this, trying to get y'all information, trying to get y'all uh, content, but overall trying to get y'all the truth. That's what it's all about. Like the truth, whether it is money wise, where it's the mindset, spirituality, the truth. That's the basis of it all. So with that being said, I'm about to segue to Cuzzo because Cuzzo got something for y'all ass today. Like I don't even think y'all ready for what he about to drop on y'all. Because when we talked early in the week, because of course you know we converse and you know we plan and figure out as we should, you know what we gonna give y'all. And when he dropped this bomb on me, I said, "Ooh, you, cause you gonna wrinkle some khakis today, but khakis gonna be wrinkled." But I'm gonna go ahead and sit back, sip on my drink,
We're
and if
gonna
y'all ain't got it,
build together.
what's
We're gonna go through this together.
what's happening?
We're gonna build on this together.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah,
But
yeah, most definitely. But
um, just
I'm gonna let you be
as
on your
nature,
your Yoda beat.
um,
So go ahead and do your thing.
we have MLK coming up, or as we say, and we need to expound on maybe just a deeper thought of what that really represents. Um, just from my observations and my own research, certain things that I came across that I found interesting about this particular person that we deem to be a hero in our community, um, rightfully so. Not taking anything away um, from whatever history has been told or written in these books, but we gotta. Sometimes we have to step back and analyze certain things and look around and understand if certain things happen in the past, why things are still the way that they are. Um, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't add up. Um, I think it's gotten worse since, if you ask me. Um,
It
and
has.
maybe we were just given misinformation. That happens from time to time. And we get caught up in certain groups and certain mindsets, and you know, it kind of trickles down throughout the community because we always build up a person and we make them be whoever they are, and we praise them, and we always hear something crazy where they do something, and you know how that
Right.
whole thing goes.
Right. We put them folks on a pedestal.
But I think those things are all designed, and I think they're all orchestrated for a specific reason. I think some of our heroes are given to us. I think some of these people are uh, strategically placed in these places
Yeah.
for a specific agenda, and I think that you know we all should take time to look up and study our human rights. And when you come to find out when you study your human rights, that seems more logical when common sense when you read through your human rights, right? There's things in there that are just your natural birth rights that you have when you come here, right? And then you have civil rights, right? What is civil rights, right? These are privileges
Civil
given
rights.
by your government or your local officials or whatever it may have you, right? So that's one thing I found interesting when I compared the two, when I read the two. And we're gonna dive deeper. We're gonna have classes. We're gonna have a whiteboard. We're gonna really take
We're gonna
time and with this stuff.
break it down.
Um,
Yoda B gonna be on
to
this
ponder,
shit.
I want to ponder on this because I know tomorrow's MLK Day and inauguration is going on. We got a lot of things going on with TikTok coming, being banned, and all this stuff. But um,
Bullshit.
the information is still there, regardless if it's on an app or not. The information is still there for you to take time and do due diligence for your own, and not just just go with the flow all the time. You know, I believe that we all have something to contribute to the world to make it a better place, and I just feel like we're all trying to find ways and avenues, and maybe at Garage Talk is something that it's an outlet, you know, for the free thinkers and people who have a thought like, hey, you ever thought about this? Man, this not connecting the dots, but I connected dots with this. Like,
Right.
who won't listen to that? I'm on this side, man. We open to all that stuff.
Yeah.
We don't really pick sides. We just look at everything from a different perspective, and we compare notes, and you know, we we commune and we show love and respect for that perspective. So, um,
Facts.
uh, and you also have to think, what were we doing as a community before MLK and all these things came about, right? We had thriving communities, right? We had talk.
Mm.
Uh,
I don't mean to cut you off, B, but I might have to do a piece on Black Wall Street.
yes, please do.
But go ahead. But go ahead. Go ahead.
But we had a lot of communities like that, right? Um, that wasn't integrated or anything like that. And we're thriving as a people, as a community, and um, all of a sudden now we have to integrate. We have to somehow uh, come together with an unknown. I don't want to say unknown, but we have to come together with, I guess we can say another race or what. I don't know. I just don't know what the purpose was, because we were all thriving. Like I mean, we were all doing our own thing.
Yeah,
There was
yeah.
really no need to change anything at that point. I mean, other than what they try to tell us about what freeing slaves or whatever. But I don't. I think at that point we really was thriving as a people.
We
I really
were. We were.
looking at all the research and information, like we really was thriving. I think we came up with almost all the inventions.
Oh yeah,
Don't let
yeah.
that go over your heads. Like we invented almost everything. We even designed DC. Um, so we just done amazing things, and I just think certain people are put in certain positions to you know to create a certain narrative and push a certain diaspora of consciousness to the world. So um, um, let me ask you this question, right? Looking back as a kid, going through having Black History Month, going through reading about Martin Luther King, all his accomplishments, you ever think that you ever had a moment and stopped and thought that reading his "I Have a Dream" speech, that um, do you ever believe in any of that stuff? Honestly,
You asking me or the people?
ooh,
Oh me. Oh man. Honestly, no, because I always had the idea of why did we integrate? And I mean, I've actually only expressed that to probably maybe a handful of people, but now we got this platform. It's like, and no disrespect to any other race, but as you said,
we're all at one, bro.
we were
It's all
yeah,
yeah.
we were we were thriving. You know what I'm saying? So why come in and say, oh, let's integrate, let's do this, let's do that, when everybody was good doing their own thing? Why shake it up? So, when my
I mean, everyone was doing their own thing
yes,
in peace and harmony.
yes,
That's
yeah,
what I meant. Not just one person was doing great and one person wasn't. No, I said everyone living, breathing on American soil was doing.
everybody was doing their own thing. And the caveat, I've always been a Malcolm fan, to be honest with you. I mean, I'm no Muslim, but I
Yeah,
I like,
big,
well, I read, the autobiography of Malcolm X and did research and did wrote a paper on it in
wrote a
college and everything.
paper,
So
did the speech, right?
yeah.
Book fair.
And the way Malcolm navigated um just his whole movement, how he talked, what he stood for, it was different from Martin. You know what I'm saying? Martin seemed staged a little bit, you know what I'm saying? And Malcolm, and that's, I think, now that I'm thinking about it and we're talking about it, that's probably why they labeled Malcolm a radical, because he wasn't the stage, the scripted,
To
the
go
we
along, to
gon'
get along. Yeah.
he wasn't that
Just
guy. So now it's like,
that
okay,
aggressiveness, oh, we shall over, like, these things, when you're, and while these things are being said, our rights were definitely being taken, our natural rights were definitely being taken from us with
yeah,
all of
yeah,
this, movement. And, you know, it's just, it's amazing to think about that, you know, uh, these things do take place in the times that we live in.
yeah, yeah, for
And,
sure.
you know, I believe that there is a faction or a group that is controlled, you know, or put in place to carry out these things. So, um, but um, a little crazy known fact, what people do not know is I watched Dick Gregory a lecture one time, and this is how I ripped down a rabbit hole about finding a lot about MLK.
Yes.
And went down a rabbit hole. I looked up the Gregory video on YouTube, and he was talking about his assassination and stuff like that. And that's when I totally went full fledged down that rabbit hole. And I didn't know that one of the pastors said that he had took him there to the hotel that day, and they had met prior to, and that he said that when he got on the balcony, that when he saw the shooter, he said he stepped to the side so the shooter can have a clear shot. This guy said this, and this was one of Martin's close friends. He was a pastor as well, and
Right.
it and I'm gonna give you his name here. Is Reverend Samuel Billy Kyles. He was a pastor of Monumental Baptist Church in Memphis, Tennessee in 1968. And I believe he was the spotter for the actual shooter to take a shot at MLK, which he didn't actually die there. He died in the hospital.
Right. Right.
So, and the government came out and got found guilty of committing conspiracy against that man and his family. So, um,
See, that's the thing that they don't tell the black community. They don't even put that in the history books. They teach you these certain pieces of history, and it's like that don't make
so
sense.
shout out to Dick Gregory, man,
Oh
for
yeah,
putting
most
that.
definitely.
Also, you can look at more in depth. Steve Coakley breaks this down as well. He's all over YouTube. Um, he died. He definitely digs very deep into that book. Um, that's just something I had to ponder on. Was that, do you believe in that dream, or was that something that you always felt like? Did you believe in any of that when you used to read it? We all read it. We all said it. We rehearsed it. We all did plays about it. I'm sure.
Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, the Black History
Black
plays.
History Month piece to it. I mean, we all did that. So, um, I never felt, honestly, I never felt connected to that speech. To be honest, I think we all had our own dreams at that time. To be real with you, and
We had hoop dreams.
I don't think.
We had hoop dreams. Forget it. I have a dream. We had hoop dreams.
So I just, it's cool, but um, really look into it. Look into some of these things that people are proud of. You start to connect the dots and kind of ponder and go, you know. But it's interesting to see, like, hear other things outside of the norm and really ponder on those things. So, I don't think his dream makes sense now, as the world is, you know, in pure chaos again. So, I, it feels like it got worse in certain aspects, just with COVID and
Oh yeah.
all the
Oh yeah.
wars going on, and just it's a lot going on in the world today. So
It is. It is.
you really got to keep your head on a swivel.
Oh,
Really
that
be
too.
make and just
That too.
ready and be ready and be ahead of the play. Be ahead of be ahead of what's coming, um, because it's coming. Um, and but this is the greatest time to be alive. Um, this is the greatest time to create, really tap into to within yourself and really find your passions and just align yourself with your passions, um, whatever they may be. It could be whatever it is. It does not matter. Like I said, I believe we all have something to contribute to the betterment of this place. And I just think we all just need a refocus. I think we just all need a reset, of some sort to repaint our canvas of what we want this to see this world like.
Yeah.
Because I think the paintbrush was already pre programmed with software and scripts and things that, you know, hey, this, was already pre-packaged, and I just feel like, know, we all got sucked into it, and I think a lot of us are starting to, question a lot of things that's going on.
Oh,
So,
oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
here in
Most
Rock
definitely.
Talk, we just gonna hopefully be just a helping tool, that you can use, come to, and just further expand on that, on those dreams, and, you know, all come together, work together, and make something happen. And this is just the beginning. So, um, yeah, that's it, man. That's all I had really to bring up, think about, since today, tomorrow is that day. Um, Also, courier season is coming up. That is my sun sign. So,
Oh, yeah.
um,
Hey, hey,
my
hey.
solar
I'm
return
I'm a
coming up.
Gemini, so
Yeah, my solar return coming up. Shout out to all my Aquariuses, man. Your sun is on Aquarius, man. Shout
shout
out.
out to all the Aquariuses out there.
Our
Shout
time
out to because
coming up.
my baby brother is an Aquarius, so shout out to the
Our, our,
Aquariuses of the world.
our season is here, coming up here. So, I will be celebrating it every day. um, every day. So, um, yeah, man. So I'm excited. I'm excited, man,
As
about
you
things.
should be.
Yeah, buddy. So, um, I just felt like, you know, mine was just a little passive aggressive, man. Just, um,
He was.
I believe a lot of men just wouldn't allow that, um, to take place, even within their own family, or just around the way in their community.
Yeah.
I think we're more naturally Malcolm X like minded, majority of us. So I think we kind of gravitated to more, and we resonate with that type of message more so.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Kumbaya and holding hands and,
Mm-mm. Yeah.
that's,
Cause when
we gotta
you
have a plan. We have to have something we have to execute with. And what are these benefits? How is it benefiting? Is it benefiting the diaspora of everyone, or is it just benefiting a certain group?
yeah.
Or is this just to have a mind frame to keep people stuck at a certain perspective? So, yeah, man. Um, but I just encourage everybody to have their own dream, chase their own dreams. Don't let anybody tell you no different. And just go out there and just chase it no matter what. And do not quit no matter what. Keep mashing on. So,
Yeah. Just let this platform of, what I'm saying, me and Cuzzo jumping up here. We just on Instagram live, just talking. You know what I'm saying? These things we done had conversations about a long time ago. That now it's like we understand we got a platform. Let's use it. Let's talk. Cause I know for a fact there's plenty of people out there that think the way we do. And the caveat off of what Cuzzo just said about, saying a lot of us are Malcolm like when it comes to the mindset. Like, yeah, because when you think about it, like during that time frame, there was still lynchings going on. You know what I'm saying? When they was out there marching, which I'm not even gonna get on that. You know what I'm saying? They had the dogs out. They getting hosed. You know what I'm saying? And it's just all these things that's like, why why would I not fight back? You know? And it's just a crazy thing to think about because now I'm wondering like, did these people know their history at that given time? Like, did they understand that there once was, Black Wall Street with Tulsa, Oklahoma? You know what I'm saying? And I think Chicago at that time was thriving too.
A lot of
Like these air,
so many areas, man. So
it
many
was. It's
we don't
like,
even know about. There's probably many that we just don't even. Nobody, knows about unless you probably from that particular area and to really know that history in that area. So yeah, um, and
yeah,
I
that,
don't know. That's a great question to ask someone in that time. Do we
yeah.
already?
Like
Um,
if you knew about these things, like would you have acted differently? Would you approach the whole civil rights thing differently, knowing that this is, as I said a couple episodes ago, it's not your truth. That is not your truth. Civil rights, you being hosed, attacked by dogs, being oppressed, is not your truth because just a couple decades prior, you you was thriving. Your people was like your grandmother, your grandfather had everything. You know what I'm saying? So I think understanding that probably would have shifted the mindset of a lot of people. And they might have questioned a few things at that time versus just, okay, yeah, well we're gonna listen to Martin. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna listen to Malcolm, you know, and kind of, maybe take their own path. It's like I know for me, like I'm not finna be out there just marching because they still do it. Why? I don't know. Because that ain't gonna help nothing. But
protesting.
it's like, nah. It's that does nothing for us. It does not. So you really have to. You gotta take your own life by the reins and and navigate things your own way. Understand what your truth is. Understand who you are. And it's like, okay, I can do.
And I win with these all the time, but I know this. I always win with that. So that's the rule I go. That's why I don't go outside in March. So
We stay indoors, ladies and gentlemen. We stay indoors.
more powerful than me breaking shit or burning shit. I just don't see
It don't make no sense.
turning down my community doesn't help either. Um, yeah, it doesn't make sense. So, but coming up with a plan or come up with an invention or something to better a situation, that makes more sense. It seems more productive. It seems more like you know. It seems more. What word can I say?
Idealistic.
Seems more
Thing.
profitable, man.
I like that too. 'Cause, you talking money and anything that's profitable. I like it. I like it.
Anything that could add value.
Yeah,
I can't
yeah.
add value screaming and yelling and throwing shit at people. Like I just don't.
Like what? Once again, what does that do? And going back, because now, man, I don't mean to run on, but it's like when you think about all those people that marched with Malcolm,
Hmm.
and it's like y'all ain't had no jobs. I mean, it won't like Martin was paying y'all to march with him. Like what?
Hey, the
What?
best thing I can do is tell you I got some homework. Look up the boule. Look it up. It was established back in 1904. Do your homework.
Do your homework, folks. Cause Cuzzo and I, we done already talked about it, but y'all
Boule.
say it one more time, Cuzzo.
Look up the boule. Look it up.
You might
And if you want,
you might have to spell it for him, cause you
um,
niggas in they spelling.
I'm gonna spell it in the chat.
Yeah. Drop it in the chat for sure.
Look it up.
'Cause I already know how you spell that.
Boom.
We got it for you. There you go.
You'll see a lot of who in the club and who ain't in the club.
Pretty much.
So that's it, babe. That's all, man. That's all I got, dog.
But yeah. Hey,
Repping my squad, you know.
we gonna disregard that. I didn't said enough about them. Like I said, if they go to the Super Bowl, we'll do a segment on it. We'll drop something in there.
Sorry.
But
Like 1991.
oh Lord, see man, I uh,
But not,
I don't even want to do it. I don't even want to do it. I don't even want to talk about it. I gave y'all enough praise. I
hopefully
gave
they
y'all enough
got the
praise.
script us winning. Hopefully they got the script us winning. That'd be cool. I appreciate that. Yeah.
I didn't even think y'all would be in the script. So this is different. This is different.
I thought it was gonna be a repeat of 2020.
Yeah, I
Look,
didn't
just
see.
because all the world events kind of matched up,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it was like a mirror, right?
Hey, I thought the Rams was going all the way, and Saquon said no.
No,
Saquon said no.
not today. Not today.
Hey, it's cool.
Not
We just scratch that one off the list. It's cool.
E code, bro.
It was a good thought though. It's a good thought though.
Yeah.
But yeah,
But
hey, Cuzzo, we appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? This has been another great episode, and
yeah.
like I said, we gonna beat the odds. Buddy said 95% of podcasters don't make it past episode 21. Granted, we on episode 3, so that means we got 18 more. But we gonna make it. We got a lot to talk about. We got a lot. This man on the bottom of my screen, he got a lot. He got a lot up here that he need to get out. He need to get out to the world. And there's a lot of y'all out there that need to hear it. You know what I'm saying? Of course, money is ever changing. And I'm always on top of that. Because we're gonna have to dibble and dabble into, you know what I'm saying, this crypto piece in a little bit. I gotta do my research on that because honestly, I'm not gonna say I'm not a fan of crypto. Um, but I'm just not as knowledgeable about it. And the way things are moving, it's like, okay, we might have to eventually down the line take a piece of the portfolio and dibble and dabble into some crypto. But I'll keep y'all up to date with that. But once again, hey, Cuzzo, we appreciate you. Um, Everybody that viewed and will view, we appreciate y'all. Hey, make sure you get your money and you stay out the way. Peace.
Yeah.